Ruler School is brought to you by Odyssey Games, where you can go to get singles for all your Force of Will and other trading card games, as well as these amazing patrons.
Thank you for your support. Enjoy the video.
Hey there, Rulers. DMO73 here, bringing you the deck profile for the Field Clear Nuking Brunhild. It is a red-black-white list. The whole idea is you have kind of both of these different directions to be able to go in terms of clearing the field. Just make a quick change there. So it is a very fun list, absolutely a blast to play, and you get to do some pretty interesting things, especially if your opponent just isn't ready for the Athena's love into Odin. You can just kind of end games that way wholeheartedly, and then if that goes wide, you can even something that's really fun to do is to be able to reanimate Odin when they're not expecting it, and then boom, you just blow up their board that way too. So to quickly just go into the list, obviously we're playing Brunhild so that we can make use of Odin and the Brunhild Resonator. Stone-wise, we're just playing 6 light stones and 4 darkness magic stones. The deck is primarily white with a splash of black, and we have the option of being able to use Mana Transmuter, which is awesome. Going into the rune deck, we're playing Freed from the Altar, Invitation to Purgatory, and Athena's Love, so we always have one on hand if we're going to try to do the combo. An Odin's Judgment to field clear that way if we need to, and then lastly, a Power of Immortality to be able to recycle stuff. So, let's go into the list. 2, Lucifer, Leader of the Fallen Angels. This guy is just to be there as a end of the game kind of pressure piece. You know, you get you get both of them on the field, and suddenly you're gaining so much life per turn it doesn't even matter. And this deck spends a lot of life. 3, Mana Transmuter for some fixing. 3, Command of Life and Death to be able to bring back our 3-drops. Works really well with Invitation to Purgatory. 2, Athena's Love. Only 2 Odin, and the reason why is because we can grab him with Invitation if we need to, and this deck has a surprising amount of card draw, especially if you can stick out the Astemas. 2, Spear of the Valkyrie. 4, Messenger of Odin to turn our white stones into darkness stones, which is absolutely excellent, and if we have Brunhild killed, we can get that Eternal, which is really nice. 3, Dark Alice, just for some additional draw power, as well as being able to ship cards to the graveyard if we need them to be, that are just dead in hand. 3, Brunhild, so that we have access to being able to kill our own J-Ruler without having to flip it. 3, Blade of Faith. 2, Separation of Fates. 3, Protection of the Angels, as always. Separation of Fates is primarily being used right now just to be able to steal things like Imperishable or Eternal. There's a lot of that in the format right now, and it's just a good card to do that with. 3, Protection of the Angels, because we're white, and it's a barrier card at instant speed, which is awesome for protecting combo pieces. Especially when you have something like Brunhild who can fly as a 10/10. 2, Satan, as we talked about before, just to kind of sit there and generate passive counters until the end of time, and then we just reanimate our whole field. 2, Astemas, just for some additional draw power, as well as that drain gain, which is nice. And then lastly, 4, Fallen Angel of Fiery Vengeance. It's mainly so that we can cast Satan, but also it's probably just hands down one of the best of the filters. So if we're in color, there's no reason to not play 4. But there you guys have it. That is the list. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below. Definitely a lot of fun, and I hope you guys check it out. Obviously, it's going to lose some strength once we have rotation, mainly because we're losing Command of Life and Death, but I still think that there is something to be said about this list just in general for the fun of it. But let me know what you guys think again in the comments down below, and until next time, this is DMO73 saying class dismissed.